Lamar better than Vic? Yes. I'm taking Lamar Jackson over Michael
Larry
Vick.
Bird never had a bad season.
Lamar Chase is going to have 15 touchdowns.
He may still be the best player in the world.
Sports fans, we are live. Welcome to the Sports Behavior Podcast. I'm your host, OG the Beast. Y'all know how we rocking, man. Everything week 2. The season is getting off to a sizzling start, and I'm loving every bit of it. Look, I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. I'm 0-2 in my fantasy league, right? But I just made a trade for Lamar Chase, so we hoping that's going to go in the right direction. Look, man, shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to them loyals over there on YouTube. I'm going to try to be more consistent. Y'all already know the routine, man. What's going down? Let's see who we got up in here. Sid got sauce. What's popping, man? How you feeling? Mr. Finesse. Shout out to the regulars, man. Dubs in the chat. If you here to have a good time. Baby Joker. Resub 4 months. I appreciate the gifted sub, my man. You are a king. Y'all already know how we rocking. We gonna get into some football, man. I'm bringing this show to y'all live, man, on Twitch. If you new to the channel on YouTube, make sure you drop a like if you enjoy what you see, right? Same thing goes here on Twitch, man. If you want to join me live, y'all already know what to do, man. Every Tuesday, we coming with it. Football season is here. Only reason why I wasn't here last week is because my laptop had some technical difficulties. I had to take it to my mans to get it fixed, but we all gravy, baby, mac and cheese now. Look, week 2 was something epic. I'm a rookie this year in fantasy. Don't worry about it. The longer you play, the better you get it. I've been playing for damn near a decade. I only won one time, man. We good, man. Don't worry about it. It's all in good fun. But let's talk some NFL, man. Let's talk some NFL. That's what y'all here for, right? We going to kick this show off proper because normally for the real OG fans, right, that follow me on TikTok, I do my OG's top performers on TikTok. Fuck it. I'm doing it right here. Y'all going to see it first before anybody. I'm doing my OG's top performers right here. And I'm going to put it on TikTok later on tomorrow sometime. But we doing it right here. We going to get in tune. I'm excited. As y'all can see, I'm excited. I'm crunk. Football is back. And I'm loving every minute of it. But look, 6 takeaways from week 2. We going to start this show off like this every week. 6 takeaways from week 2. Number 1, right? Aaron Rodgers will always own the Chicago Bears. Point blank, period. Y'all see how easy he made it look. Don't matter if they in Lambeau. Don't matter if they in Soldier. Aaron Rodgers will always own the Chicago Bears. Point blank. Number 2, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle might be the best 1-2 punch in the league. Now, you can say what you want to say about Chase and Higgins. You can say what you want to say about AJ and Devontae, who had a great game together. You can say what you want to say about all these tandems in the league. But right now, week 2, give me Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. What's understood don't need to be explained. Number 3, Lamar Jackson is out for blood. Coming into this season, I had Lamar as my comeback player of the year. A lot of doubters. A lot of people saying, should the Ravens pay him? Should they not pay him? Is he worth $250 million guaranteed like Deshaun Watson got? Deshaun Watson didn't play a lick of snaps for the Cleveland Browns, and they paid him $250 guaranteed. Lamar Jackson has accomplished a lot more than a lot of these quarterbacks in this league, and Baltimore is hesitant to give that man his bread. If I was him, I'd play out this season and dip. That's disrespectful. Mad disrespectful. Right? Number 4, or was that 5? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's number 4. The Colts might be the worst offense in the league. I don't know what the hell the Colts got going on. They had, quote unquote, to some, the best running back in the game, the best offensive line in the game, a top 10 defense. Under Matt Ryan, this team is terrible, and we're going to get into that later on in this show. Number 5, Jalen Hurts is him. Where my Eagles fans at? Jalen Hurts is him. Jalen Hurts is him. A lot of people had questions with his passing. He's proven that wrong. Third in MVP voting right now, behind only Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, is Jalen Hurts. Now, I'm not going to feed too much in that. It's only week 2. But then again, that's what we're doing with this at hand. DeAndre Swift, 6. He is him. Like I say, I knew DeAndre Swift was a dog, but I didn't know he was this big of a dog. Swift is a man. We going to talk more about Detroit later on in the show, but Swift is him. Those are my 6 takeaways from week 2. Look, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm loving what I'm seeing so far from the NFL. But for now, let's move it along. We're going to move it along. I'm not going to hold y'all up. I'm going to get to every single one of these segments that I got, and we're going to try to make this thing fun. I'm going to interact with y'all along the way, but y'all know how we get down. We're here to talk some football, baby. We're here to talk some sport. Lions is tough, man. Max called it out. Max, Fantasy Football AZ on TikTok, go drop him a follow. My man's called this out. I said Carolina. Obviously, I was wrong. For my sleeper team, he said Detroit. He actually said 10 wins for Detroit, something crazy like that. But look, I told y'all I'm bringing OG's top performers live to y'all right here. I told y'all that. So I'm not going to waste no time. We finna get these top 5 performers out right now. I need y'all to know where you're headed, you got to know where you've been, right? To progress on to this show, I need y'all to know who I thought was dogs. Look, number 4, Amon-Ra St. Brown. That man was going crazy. 9 catches, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a Lions victory. He was moving and grooving all night long. Jared Goff. Number 3, give me arguably the best route runner in the league, Stefon Diggs, 12 catches, 148 yards, 3 touchdowns. This Bills squad is poised for greatness this season. They completely embarrassed the Tennessee Titans on national television for the whole world to see. Stefon Diggs is a straight dog. Number 2, my squad, my cornerback, Darius Slay, held arguably the best wide receiver in the game to 1 catch. This man had more catches than arguably the best wide receiver in the game. It seemed like Kirk Cousins only had eyes for Darius Slay. 2 interceptions, 4 deflected passes. Tell me he ain't top 5. Tell me he ain't top 5. I'm not trying to hear it. Clamped him up. Clamped up Jay Jettas. It's over with. And Jaylen, Waddle, and Tyreek Hill. I normally don't put 2 guys in the same bracket, but we got to make an exception for this performance that they had. 360 total yards, 4 touchdowns combined. Tyreek Hill, 11 catches, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jalen Waddle, 11 catches, 171 yards, 2 touchdowns. Them boys balled out. What's understood don't need to be explained, man. I found the spider on my desk. He got to go. What's understood don't need to be explained, man. Real talk. Those are your top performers. If you object to any of that, make your own list, man. Make your own list and you let me know what it is. Make your own list and you let me know what it is, right? Look, let me tell y'all something. Just because a team loses in the NFL doesn't mean you have to point the finger at somebody individual from an individual's aspect, right? Look at the way Lamar Jackson won. Would you guys blame Lamar Jackson for the L that he took? I'm sorry. Look at the way Lamar Jackson lost. Would you guys place blame on Lamar Jackson for the way the Baltimore Ravens lost? I feel like he did everything he could have done. He just got out-dueled by an incredible performance by Tua Tagovailoa. We got to show respect. So people try to say, was it the Ravens' loss more so than Miami's win or vice versa? To me, it was more so about Miami's performance. Tua was amazing. You could blame both defenses for allowing both offenses to put up tremendous yardage on both sides of the ball, on both sides of the field, right? It's not Lamar's fault. Lamar had a historic performance, and he's putting the entire league on notice. Anybody that doubted him, anybody that said he doesn't have an arm, anybody that said, oh, he's a running back, anybody that said, oh, he can't perform when the lights is bright or when he's facing adversity, you're wrong. Because let's face it, Lamar Jackson is legitimately throwing to me, you, and your first cousin, and he's out here putting up 318 yards, 3 touchdowns, passing through the air. A lot of people say he can't pass. That's what he did on Sunday through the air. Not to mention, oh, yeah, what makes him arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the league is the fact that he can get you 9 carries for 119 yards and another touchdown, including a 75-yard scamper. It's running backs in the league that can't be as productive as Lamar Jackson with his legs. But what do we say about those guys, right? How do you feel about the Rams versus the Falcons? I mean, to be honest with you, the Falcons actually look better than I thought they would be. I predicted the Falcons to be arguably the worst team in the league. Mariota still got some juice left in that tank. Mariota can go. So shout out to Marcus Mariota, man. He's out here doing his thing. And I like what I see from the kid Drake London. They need to get the tight end involved more. But I'm not mad at it, man. Look, I don't know if they're trying to lose. I don't know if they're tanking. But Marcus Mariota might be the wrong quarterback to have on your roster if you're tanking, because he looks like he's legit. I like what I see from Mariota. Reese, what's going on, my man? Rams are overrated? We'll see. It's early in the season. It's very early in the season, right? But we had 2 great performances debunked by losses, and it's not their fault, right? So when you take a look at something like the Browns, right? Nick Chubb had a historical performance, over 200-some yards, three touchdowns. Nick Chubb was a man amongst boys out there, trying to make a legitimate case for why he's the best running back in the league. You can't dispute what Nick Chubb did on the ground. If it wasn't, hold on, I think I found this spider. He got to go. Oh, baby. My bad, y'all. I got this spider got to go, man. Like, real shit. We can't do that. Bro, he big as hell too. Like, but look though, I can't believe the audacity of some people trying to blame Nick Chubb for why the Cleveland Browns lost this game. Nick Chubb is literally the only reason why they were in the game to begin with. And we got some Cleveland Brown fans and other sports fans and analysts trying to blame Nick Chubb for the loss. This is utterly disrespectful to me. Nick Chubb held y'all in check. They lost in typical Brown fashion. Interesting stat from my man Guru Griff on TikTok. He jokes around a lot, but I hope this stat is accurate. I watched one of his videos earlier. He told me the Browns are the first team in NFL history to be up by 13 points with 90 seconds left and still lose. And people are blaming Nick Chubb, saying he should have fell down on the 1-yard line to let the clock run out because they had no timeouts. But because he scored, that gave them enough time to push the ball down the field and recover an onside kick. And y'all blame Nick Chubb? Wow. Whoever is out here trying to blame Nick Chubb, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Point blank. Derrick Henry wasn't looking like himself against the Giants. Derrick Henry hasn't been looking like himself all season so far in these first 2 weeks. He took his gloves off and put him down. He waved the red flag going into the third quarter against the Bills on Monday night. Derrick Henry just doesn't look like himself in general, and it's sad to see. I hope they get that offense figured out, and he at least bounces back in some sort, right? Because he's been carrying his team for a while. And maybe, with the volume that he's been getting over the years, maybe the running back, look, the life expectancy of a running back is very short. That's why I give so much credit to Emmitt Smith, man, because the life expectancy of a running back is so short. It's hard to be that great for that long. Maybe it's his time, man. Look at Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley was here today, gone tomorrow, but gave us one of the most historic 2-year, 3-year runs we've ever seen. Todd Gurley is still top 3 in touchdowns since 2018, and he ain't played in 2 years. All right. Derrick Henry's getting a little old now. Yeah, I agree. But the hate for Lamar Jackson needs to stop. Like I said, if I was Lamar, I would just play out this. I would play out this year. Not allowed to get franchise tag. They can franchise tag him for the next 2 years. He said he's not going to show up to camp if they franchise tag him. I say, look, trade me, man. Get me the hell up out of here. Yeah, damn right Lamar's top 10. I got him at 6. Right outside of the top 5. I got him at 6. I got one thing I want to say to you guys, right? How about them Eagles? Can you believe coming into this season that there are actually professional analysts that get paid to talk sports that said the Dallas Cowboys would still win this division? Depleted offensive line, unsurety about the running game, no wide receivers, and people actually legitimately said the Dallas Cowboys would win this division. You've got to be kidding me. The disrespect for my Eagles stops now. We are one of the most talented squads in the entire NFL. Now, Monday Night Football, Jalen Hurt came out here and showed you guys that he can pass the ball. And he was mighty effective with his legs as well, right? I got some great things and I got some bad things that I want to say about my Eagles before we move on to the next topic. I don't want to bloviate because I don't like to jinx my boys. People say, oh, OG, you being biased because you're an Eagles fan. Listen, the great things that I liked to see during this game was the fact that we controlled the clock, we dominated the game, and we played the way we wanted to play. We like to power run this football. We like to line up close. We like to get the ball in the hands of our playmakers in space, right? We did that. Dallas Goedert saw some tick. Devontae Smith had a great game. A.J. Brown, he ain't going nowhere. Quez Watkins caught a long touchdown. We love to get the ball in the hands of our guys in space, get it out quick. And Jaylen is mastering this offense so far, right? I want to see what he does moving forward when he actually has to score, right? I want to see what he does when he faces a competent quarterback that's giving him points back on the other end and he's forced to keep up offensively, right? I want to see that. What I didn't like, of course, we love the way the defense played. Epps showed up. Gardner Johnson showed up. The front seven showed up. T.J. Edwards and these boys, Kaiser White, Jordan Davis, and Nakobe Dean getting rotated in and out. I love my 2 top 10 corners, James Bradbury, Darius Slay. They did their thing. We saw what we did. We run a lot of man-to-man last night. We don't blitz, but we ran a whole lot of man-to-man. Y'all know C.J. Charlie Gardner is a former corner. We got him playing safety. We ran a lot of man, so we had a lot of corners out there, man. I like what I saw, man. Slayer's looking like Revis out there. I hope he keeps it up, and I hope he gets that all-pro he deserves this season, right? Now, let's talk about what I didn't like. So the offense was great. Jalen Hurts over 300 yards passing, put up 24 points in the first half. The problem is we didn't score again after the first half. 0 points in the third and the fourth quarter. I don't like that. This team needs to learn how to finish football games. We almost blew it against Detroit last week when they started to surge, and we didn't have that momentum that we had earlier on in the game. So we need to become a better fourth quarter team and close these games out through the running game, passing game, moving the chains. You know what I'm saying? So that's the good and the bad I had to say about my Eagles, but I see us, the sky's the limit. The expectations are high. The best team in the AFC is looking like the Bills or the Chiefs. The best team in the NFC is looking like my Eagles. I'm not going to hold y'all. Y'all up in here saying the Rams is overrated. We don't know what to expect from Aaron Rodgers and his weapons or lack thereof. Tom Brady, He's getting upset. They fights breaking out between them and New Orleans. Like, the NFC is a soft conference this year. Let's face it, the Eagles have a legitimate shot to take control of this conference. Just let us sneak up on y'all ass. Next thing you know, boom, we in the Super Bowl. Watch out for my Eagles this year, man. I'm not playing. Arizona's comeback victory against the Raiders was something to watch, right? I watched that game, and I'm just sitting over here looking at Kyler Murray consistently march. Now, somebody asked me, they said, AOG, is it more so the LA Raiders, or not LA Raiders, is it more so the Las Vegas Raiders wet the bed, or is it more so that Kyler Murray is him? And I say Kyler Murray is him, man. I'm not taking nothing away from Kyler Murray because he is extremely undermanned. No D-Hop. He got Hollywood, can't catch a pass, Brown out here. James Conner got injured in the middle of the game, so he was out here with the backup running back, the backup wide receiver. O-line's depleted. O-line is solid. Could be better. And he still figured out a way to make it work. Shout out to that little man, Kyler Murray. That's mainly why he made my OG's top performers. Strictly off of that. The performance that he put on. As far as Raiders, they need to find a way to get Devontae Adams the ball more. Devontae had 2 catches for 12 yards and a touchdown. That's not going to cut it. Tay Adams is the best wide receiver in the league to me. 2 catches, 12 yards and a tud, that ain't enough. He didn't see the ball the whole second half. They got to figure out a way to scheme him open. He's the best in the business. You cannot let him go to this magnitude in a losing effort. 2 catches for 12 yards and a touchdown, that is completely unacceptable. Vegas sold at the end, though, to force overtime. Yeah, I feel you. Renfro fault. Yeah, he coughed up a couple of fumbles. Hunter Renfro coughed up a couple of fumbles. Now, that's not a quarterback issue, but let's be honest here. I mean, we're not going to blame the quarterback if he throws interceptions. Shit happens. He coughed up a couple of fumbles. You got to find a way to overcome adversity. They had a large enough lead in this game to where those 2 fumbles shouldn't have mattered. Let's be honest. I don't want to hear about the Hunter Renfro. I don't want to hear about the Hunter Renfro fumbles. They had a big enough lead in this game to where those 2 fumbles should not have mattered. Let's be real talk. Yes, Las Vegas blew the bag, but the little man Kyler Murray came to play. No wide receivers, no running back. Offensive line semi. Defense suspect. And he came out here and did his thing. So for all of you that want to pile on Kyler Murray, say he's not this, he's not that, he can be better than this. He doesn't study. If he don't study, whatever he's doing on the field, I don't know what to call it. People saying he doesn't study. Oh, study clause in his contract? Bullshit. If he's not studying and he's coming back and scoring 22 points between fourth quarter and overtime, that's an indictment on the entire NFL. It's not a bad thing for Kyler. It's an indictment on the NFL for allowing this kid to be that great without doing research. That's why it's BS when I hear people say, oh, he don't study, he don't take the game serious. Yeah, right, man. Yeah, right, man. Yeah, right, man. Shout out to Kyler Murray, man. Real talk. But let's segue to this real quick, right? Matt Ryan and the Indianapolis Colts, I mentioned it, might be the worst offense in the league. They get shut out after multiple interceptions by Matt Ryan. Why did they get rid of Carson Wentz, who's been balling for Washington this season? Why did they get rid of Carson Wentz and thought Matt Ryan would be an upgrade at this juncture of his career? Matt Ryan hasn't been a top 10 quarterback in over 3 years. Let's be honest. He's past his prime. Is he less reckless than Carson Wentz? Of course, sure. But that's your job as a quarterback to tame that quarterback. They call Carson Wentz reckless, but he had 27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions last year. You know what Matt Ryan is doing right now? 4 interceptions, 1 touchdown. Why did y'all think Matt Ryan was an upgrade from Carson Wentz? They literally blamed everything on Carson Wentz. Now look at you. You got arguably one of the best running backs in the league. You had one of the best offensive lines in the league, one of the best defenses in the league. Wide receivers, but y'all made it work. Missed the playoffs, blame Carson Wentz, and they get an old, washed-up Matt Ryan in here who's 10 times worse. Carson Wentz has 7 interceptions all last season. Matt Ryan has 4 right now. Do you think he's going to surpass 7 by the time the season ends? I think so. 1-to-4 interception to touchdown ratio is crazy. That's exactly what he's doing. Indianapolis fans, y'all need to get it together. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. When I see y'all, I think of the worst offense in the league. Carson Wentz moved the ball in that offense. Matt Ryan is not moving the peel. They got shut out by Jacksonville. Shut out. That's embarrassing. You come out here and you get shut out? I don't want to hear nothing about it. It's embarrassing. Looking like the Jags going to win the division. They just might. That's AFC South is the worst division in the league. Whoever runs away with that, like, they just happy to be here. And the Jags might win it. Just saying what? When was the last time the Jags won the AFC South? Probably going to have to go to Maurice Jones-Drew days. And even then, they was probably a wild card team. But let's talk about a team that everybody thought would be ass, but is actually looking better than expected, and that's the Detroit Lions, right? I told y'all DeAndre Swift is him. He had himself a day. Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, with these weapons, I'm more impressed with the offensive line. How great this offensive line looks. That defense is running everywhere, running all around the field, sideline to sideline. But this, for the first time, and I think a long time, the Detroit Lions actually look like a real team with a real identity, guys. Great offensive line, like I mentioned. Quick and easy throws to get the ball out of the hands of Jared Goff. They have 2 powerful weapons in DeAndre Swift, Amon-Ra St. Brown. This is something that they can build on. For the first time, I want to say in my life, the Detroit Lions actually have an identity. OG, where do you think Lamar Jackson should go? Man, I don't know. It was reported that Lamar was interested in Philly, the 49ers, and the Raiders, I believe. I'm not sure, but wherever he goes, he's going to be an incredible talent for them. I have, no doubt about that. Lions can win 8 to 10 games with their schedule. It's very easy, no doubt. Wait till Jameson gets on the field. Exactly. I forgot about their first-round pick. Probably Detroit, Miami is good with Tua. Yeah, hey, we good with Jaylen right now from what I'm seeing. No doubt about that. I love me some Jaylen. But this Detroit team, man, this Detroit team is nice. And 8 to 10 wins sounded crazy coming into the season. Right now, it does not sound so crazy, ladies and gentlemen. 8 to 10 wins sounds 49ers. I'll take it, but we got Lance. Speaking of Lance, man, Lance broke his ankle. Trey Lance broke his ankle. Y'all know I love me some Trey Lance. Trey Lance broke his ankle. I'm sad to say that. I'm sad. I was so heartbroken when I heard the news. Trey Lance broke his ankle. And then you hear rumblings in the locker room that people said the team looked better, more poised under Jimmy Garoppolo, right? Now, I don't want to say the Niners are better with Jimmy Garoppolo. I want to say they're more experienced with Jimmy G, right? Trey Lance still had a way to go. He still had some developing to do, and he was going to do it through show and prove, through example. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at the Niners choosing to put Trey Lance in the game over Jimmy Garoppolo. But it worked out for him. They ended up keeping him. Trey Lance goes down. Now Jimmy G comes in. Jimmy G came in. He was decent. 150 yards, touchdown. Not bad. Jimmy G's a game manager, known game manager. I don't care about the wins and losses. He's not that guy, but he's a guy. He's gotten them to the promised land before. I'm not going to say he can do it again, but let's just say, even though he's gotten them to the promised land, it's never been because of Jimmy Garoppolo. I've never looked at Jimmy Garoppolo and said, wow, he's really him. No. Some guys, some quarterbacks in this league are their organizations. Look at Lamar. The Ravens don't win if Lamar Jackson isn't him. He carries a heavy load. Look at Kyler Murray. The Arizona Cardinals do not win unless Kyler is him. He carries a large load, right? These are the guys, a few, just to name a few, that are their organization. The San Francisco 49ers have never won because of Jimmy Garoppolo. They win because of that identity, that offensive line, that running game, and that defense. Jimmy, don't fuck up. That's your job. Point blank. So, prayers up to Trey Lance, man. I'm a believer in the Eagles and Lions. Yeah, me too, man. I like what I'm seeing from the Lions. Like I say, they finally have an identity. I love what I'm seeing from my Eagles. I don't want to jinx them, but we'll see what's going on moving forward. It was because of our running game and defense. Exactly. Reese, you a 49ers fan. You understand where I'm coming from with this. Definitely. It's never been because of Jimmy Garoppolo. It's never been because of him. Now, can he come in, manage the game, do what Jimmy Garoppolo does? Of course. But is he him? No. Jimmy Garoppolo is Jimmy Garoppolo. Speaking of Lamar Jackson, him and Tua Tagovailoa had a hell of a game. Hell of a game together. Lamar Jackson goes 318, 3 TDs through the air, 9 carries for $119 and a touchdown in a losing effort. Dog. It was not on Lamar, right? But on the other hand, Tua Tagovailoa, who I've been poking fun. I'm here to admit it. Even though it's only week 2, I've had my share of poking fun at Tua. I called him Tua Tagovailoa hip replacement. I've poked my fun at Tua. I've had my fair share of jabs at Tua Tagovailoa. And he's proven me wrong, man. Even though we had a couple of those deep balls misplaced, he's got a lot of speed on that offense that he needs to keep up with as a quarterback. So he'll learn as the year progresses. Jaylen, Waddle, Tyreek Hill are going to make it very easy on him. They just need a running game because Chase Edmonds is not that guy. He's not that guy. So they need to find a competent running back to man this offense. Their offensive line didn't look that well to me, but they need to find a competent running game to take some pressure off of Tua because you need a running game and you need some defense come playoff time, right? Tua led the Miami Dolphins to the biggest comeback in the history of the franchise. 6 touchdown passes for Tua Tagovailoa. 4 came in the fourth quarter. Incredible. Incredible. If Tua didn't prove the doubters wrong off of his week 2 performance alone, then I don't know what to tell you. Because I was one of his doubters, and now I'm looking forward to seeing what he does next week. Just that quick. That's why I love the NFL, man. Things can change in a heartbeat. Things can change in a heartbeat. Like, my thing is, just because my mind has changed about Tua in just 2 short weeks, am I over-exaggerating or should I pump the brakes, right? Bills versus Dolphins should be a good game. That's going to be a great game, and that's another test. Lamar Jackson was on the losing end of a shootout, right? Now, who better to have a shootout with than this guy, Josh Allen? Josh Allen is special, man. He's special. They got Mostert. They don't need speed. I'm not even saying they need speed. They just need a competent running back. Mostert is injury prone and he's over the hill. Chase Edmonds got traded or dropped from Arizona and they picked him up as if he was loose scraps. He's garbage. Chase Edmonds is Gabricio. They need to be digging into this draft for a running back because that would complete this team. Von Miller is looking so scary, no doubt about it. That was a great move for the Bills. Pass rush is one of the most important elements of football. The game is always going to be won in the trenches. I don't care how passive this game gets, especially when you're in a situation like what you win. Well, I can't even say division because, what they got Tua in that division. They got Mac Jones in that division. You know what I'm saying? Like they have Davis Mills in that division. So that's not really one to worry about too much except for Tua Tagovailoa from what he's showing us through 2 weeks. But games are won in the trenches. Offensive line, defensive line. If you're in a rebuild, that's where you should start and expand from there. And them acquiring Von Miller makes them very, very scary. And they're playing hellacious defensively right now. And Tre'Davious White ain't even back yet. And he's a top 5 corner in his league. Wait till they get Trey White. It's really going to be raps. And the AFC is exponentially talented. You got Patrick Mahomes over there. You got Justin Herbert, who's got a stacked squad over there. You got Lamar Jackson, if he could figure out a way to rally these troops, right? The AFC is very top-heavy. Denver is struggling, but they could sneak up on you in a heartbeat. So there's a lot of that whole division. Raiders, Denver, Kansas City, all of them. Chargers, all of them. So we'll wait and see what happens, but these guys could sneak up on you out of nowhere. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw Denver or if I saw look at Detroit. Teams can sneak up on you out of nowhere, man. It's always it's always every season it's some Cinderella that drops her glass slipper and everybody's looking around like whose slipper did this belong to? And this year it's looking like either the Detroit Lions. I mean, Bills better secure this ring. I know it's early. Look, man, Swift gaining momentum. Burrow looking kind of bad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That Super Bowl layover, man, it is real. Teams go to the Super Bowl, they come back the next year, miss the playoffs. It's real. I wouldn't be surprised if Cincy missed the playoff. They look real bad. That Super Bowl hangover is real, no doubt. But, yeah, man, I ain't going to hold y'all up too much longer, man. It was a little short show. I just wanted to get on here and talk some football with y'all, man. I love each and every single one of y'all for tuning in. This is fun. We're doing this every single week, man. So mark it on your calendar. You can expect to see this face every single Tuesday, probably between 6, 7, 8 p.m. Central Time. Tune in, man. Let's chop it up. Follow me on the YouTube, Sports Behavior Podcast. This episode will be on there if you didn't catch the full thing or if you came to the live late, whatever. But I love every single one of y'all, man. Short show today, but I got out what I wanted to get out, man. I love every single one of y'all, man. And I'm going to holler at y'all. Y'all already know what it is. OG out. What's up, y'all? OG the Beast here, and I appreciate you tapping into the Sports Behavior Podcast. If you made it this far, I greatly appreciate you. But if you want to stay connected with me, go ahead and drop me a follow on each and every one of these socials. That's how you stay locked in, man. I appreciate y'all stopping in. We talk football. We talk basketball here. And once again, you are greatly appreciated for stopping by. OG out.